welcome to the sister episode.
We have planned none of this, and we're going to have to clickbait it somehow. So let's start. One of us had a pregnancy scare recently.
No, this never happened, and this is not true, and we are not clickbaiting
I said
this.
one of us.
Did you?
No.
Did you have a pregnancy scare?
With who, bro?
I don't know. I bet AI could implant some Neuralink baby by now. What are the odds you give yourself in your lifetime that you have a baby that you co-parent either with a robot, or maybe your baby has Neuralink and he's half robot?
Well, I was actually thinking about this last night. The problem with Neuralink and your baby is that, I don't want to experiment on my kid if they're patient number 1, but
patient number 2? Is this how mom and dad thought about me?
Well, imagine I have a kid a few years from now, normally, and then in the future, I have another kid. One of them is a super baby. The other one is just a regular baby. The regular baby is going to feel so bad compared to the super baby.
Well, listen, Alex, this kind of happened to mom and dad, and it worked out just for them.
Yeah, you're the super baby.
No, you're definitely the super baby. I definitely think mom and dad excelled with you. She got into Stanford. She was the better chess player, got all the other genes. So if anything, having a super baby motivates the second baby to work harder.
I wasted 4 years at Stanford. You didn't even need to go to college, and you got the exact same job I did.
Yeah, but I would still say on paper, you're the super baby.
Speaking of kids, why are you giving me that
I don't
look?
know. I just really don't know where she's going with today's
Andrea,
episode.
we need some clickbait.
No,
just get pregnant.
I'm not. Stop saying that. And this, by the way, has no truth. This is not based on anything. There was no pregnancy scare. I'm very far away from when I'm going to have kids in my life.
What's really funny is that this has been a running joke since I've been 16. Mom and dad always be like, we'd always joke that you are going to have the kid first.
And it hasn't happened. Thank you very much. No, I'm also on birth control. So no.
If you had to pick between having a kid now or never, what would you do?
Obviously now I would not want to never have a kid.
So perhaps.
No. It's not happening. We should have kids at the same time. Well, actually, okay, how many years from today would you want to have kids?
Well, it depends on if I ever find the right person. If not, I guess, egg freezing is a thing, and adopting is also a thing. So I don't know.
Let's say you don't find the right person in the next 10 years.
Okay,
I'm not being pessimistic.
Yeah, no,
I'm giving you a hypothetical.
You're being realistic. I hear you, yes.
No, I'm not being realistic. I'm just genuinely curious because I think you'd be a great mother, and someone in our family did have a surrogate child.
Not a surrogate. She had it by herself.
Is that not a surrogate child? Oh, a donor child. What would be the probability in the next 10 years that if you didn't find someone, you had a child on your own?
Well, 10 years is pretty bad because I'd be 39 and you could still have kids at that age, and our family members have
kids at that age.
Yeah, but the problem is that after 35, the quality of your eggs starts to decrease, and that's the issue.
Let's say you've egg freeze and your eggs are good.
Well, even with egg freezing, apparently only 10% of women who do it use it, and that's why embryos are a lot more stable. So I was thinking, since I'm freezing my eggs this year, I was like, embryos are so much more stable. What if I scour the internet for an embryo donor? Because that way I could have some eggs, some embryos, with some crazy people out there. Like the founder of Telegram, Pavel. Have you heard what he did?
Mm-mm.
So he basically donated a ton of his sperm to all of these fertility centers, and any woman who wants it, he'll pay for their treatment.
Wow.
And he's leaving his $1 billion fortune divided by all of these future kids. And I was like, I could freeze a couple embryos with this Pavel guy.
I mean, that's honestly the greatest gift.
And then he would pay for the cost too.
Would you ever consider doing something like that yourself? Does that apply for women? Let's say you wanted to just spread the seed.
Oh, if I would spread my seed.
If you were a billionaire and you would just... But what if people use it for bad and they take your eggs? And what if it's... Because realistically, how does he know that mother is going to be moral and have good intentions with the child?
He doesn't, but it's more like moms who are going to a fertility clinic are
I
looking for
guess you
some
can
kind of
assume
donor,
that
and at least
yeah.
you would know who it's coming from, and it's somebody who leaves some kind of benefit to your future kids. No, I don't know if I would actually do it, because I feel like I'm such a peculiar individual, and having this knowledge of myself would help me raise my protege, whatever the word is.
Yeah. Your child, you
my
mean?
child.
Your,
Yeah, like
your baby.
I just feel like I would understand how to raise
My
that child.
prodigy.
But the other thing is, I think adopting kids is something really nice, and there's so many kids in need, but there's something about me that really wants to like carry on our family name, you know?
Also the Botez branding.
Yeah.
We're building an empire.
Would you rather never have kids or never have anyone be in love with you again and you will never be in love with anyone again?
I'd never have kids.
Nah.
Life would be so lonely without ever feeling love.
But you'd feel love for your kid.
Yeah, but I think love for a person for me would matter more because I could still, couldn't I adopt a kid?
You could adopt a
Yeah.
kid.
I would adopt, would rather have a partner
What if you could
by
not
my
adopt
side.
or have biological kids?
Well, I think it's just, would you rather have a life partner or would you rather have someone, a baby
Yeah, would you rather
raise?
have,
Yeah.
if you had to pick between life partner and kid, what would you pick?
I think it would depend. If you were to carry the bloodline and it wouldn't be the end of the Botez bloodline, I think I would rather have a life partner because it'd be a companion now forever. And also, if you are in love with someone right now, hypothetically, I wouldn't want to give them up. So, yeah.
Like, yeah, they would just disappear.
I would just get a lot of animals and get a farm. But I'm also not that, I don't put that much thought into having kids. I don't think I've actually thought about it on my own. Yeah. So I'm sure it's different. And I know obviously once you have kids, the feeling and the love that you have for them is something that you can't explain until you do. So I will never know that feeling unless I have kids. So my answer won't change.
Pregnancies?
No.
We've been on a fitness arc lately.
By fitness arc, it's been 2 days.
It's been 2 days. And Andrea and I have been working with a personal trainer. We go to the gym and we lift weights. Yeah, that's still a fitness arc, bro.
Realistically, so I have been weightlifting since high school, so I've always loved it. And I was always hoping to have a partner. I fall in and out of love with it because it gets really boring. But how consistent would you say you think we'll be? Because I feel like this has happened before.
I feel the hyper obsession kicking in for me, so I'm ready to go hard.
Do you think you're going to get hyper obsessed with results?
As I do in everything, yeah. And I'm trying to not. I'm trying to get obsessed with the process rather than results. And I'm going to try to do that. But I'm also a realist and I am going to get obsessed with results.
Well, one of our previous guests, David Lade, he's a big fitness influencer. And he was saying how when he was in the best shape of his life and he was lifting a ton, he got this sort of ego where he would enjoy the fact that he can lift more and feel stronger than everybody else. And it was saying how it kind of gave him a false sense of ego. Do you ever feel that false sense of superiority that you think you'll fall into?
Well, I have pretty low self-esteem, so I don't see that happening.
Let's say you get really addicted into it, and like you're lifting every day and you're getting stronger. Like, do you think you're going to start getting your self-worth from it?
I mean, I tie my self-worth into results. So I feel like if I think I look really fit and it's the process of my work, it will certainly feed my ego, but potentially in a healthy way. The thing that I remember that David said when we were like, if you're going to do it again, what would you change? He just said he wouldn't rush the results as much to not get injured. Yeah. That is the advice I took away from it a little bit more, where I do want to be careful to not injure myself because I do go too hard and then I burn out on things. But it does feel good to have a new obsession, even if it's only been 2 days. I don't know if this is going to start. I mean, we have a workout right after this podcast, actually.
I'm going to be so happy if this is actually a long-term hobby of yours, because I think this is the best thing you could get obsessed with. I also think it would be really fun to document the journey together. And we've always joked about the Botez sister. And many times when we were in our existential crisis, planning our next chess camp and our next chess tournaments, we were just like, what if our next content arc is just getting really fit? And you know what? I hope this is it.
No, this is something that we've been talking about for a really long time. And I feel like you and I have been working on our own fitness personally anyway. Like we've had phases when we're working out a lot consistently.
Yeah.
You more so than me, but me also at times.
Yeah, but the difference between me and you is I feel like you're very blessed with a body type. So even if you don't work out, you still look amazing, despite what you must say.
No, we look like a before and after weight loss photo, and you're the after.
When you say that, it's like, it's funny, it's
no,
good,
it's
but
not
it's
funny.
not.
I felt like that. I've
But
always felt like that.
that's not true, especially now with how you look.
No, and at least historically, like I've always been on the heavier side.
But you've lost so much weight, and you've lost a lot.
15 pounds in like a year and a half.
Look like a completely different person from when you compare photos to high school or college, and you know that.
Before and after.
Which is amazing. And you have been working hard on the diet. And
I have been. And I was really happy because I actually gained 1 pound of muscle, even though I lost 15 pounds overall. So it was good. It wasn't like just losing muscle. But no, I actually do mean what I say. Like you are the fit sister, but it's good because now when you and I are in the gym working together, sometimes I want to skimp out and then I hear you be like, can we add weight? And I'm like, and then I do it and the trainer's like, oh, like you don't have to strain yourself in injury. I'm like, I can do it.
Again, I've been weightlifting for a couple of years, so I'll ask for like a couple pounds, and then I hear Alex go in for her second round. And she's like, if Andrea can take more weight, I can take more weight. And that's not how you should be approaching it, but I do think you're probably strong enough, at least legs, maybe upper body, probably not. But
my upper body is a little behind, yes, but I do have strong legs.
Yeah. But I hope you do get addicted to it.
I will. There's no choice.
Cool.
I'm turning 30 in September. I have no choice but to get fit now. It's it. It's the only option.
Has the panic changed at all? Okay, never mind. Bad question.
Sorry.
What about all the wise women? There's so many women I look forward to who are like late 30s, who are in 40s, who talk about this. And I feel like they give so much beautiful wisdom that you also listen to and I hope take to the heart.
I am starting to accept that it's happening. I'm not going to go down without a fight. I know age comes for all of us, but I'm going to fight it. I do think a lot of times though that I have to be a good example for you. And I'm like, shoot, if Andrea sees me freaking out, then when it happens to her, she's going to freak out.
That's very true.
But unfortunately, I too am human, and I am actually, and I'm freaking out less. One of the things that, I've been working on is to try to care less what other people think.
Yes, she has.
But it's really hard.
But have you
really hard.
felt... I mean, I would even say off of today's episode, I think you've already shared things that generally you wouldn't start off with.
Like the pregnancy scare clickbait?
No,
if I say it enough times, we can use it for the thumbnail.
That's definitely not it. But I'm very excited to see you come out of your shell because I feel like from day one, I didn't really give any fucks. I was the younger sibling, how I came in. And honestly, it's good sometimes that you did because I would learn a lot from you. But this podcast is going to be unhinged. That's the goal.
Yeah, because the goal isn't to make the podcast something we're not. It's just that I think you and I aren't unhinged in general. One more so than the other.
One more. So the other night we have our first friend dinner in a while. We catch up with our friend. It's very funny. He made a crock pot dinner and we brought it to the rooftop. Some 21-year-old was celebrating their birthday. Everyone's drinking beer.
Can I pause for a second? A crock pot, for those of you who don't know, is this cooking utensil where you just throw a bunch of stuff in and like you can make a really big soup or a really big stew, but it's very big and heavy. Continue.
Which I must say, I'm 23 and we're all joking. We're like, haha, that 21-year-old doesn't know this is what happens. And I'm like, I'm only 2 years older than that guy over there drinking beers with his buds. And I'm thoroughly excited about this crock pot. I'm thinking about my kitchen appliances. I genuinely feel like I am more and more a 40-year-old woman in heart, which is not something that's bad. It's just something that I've noticed. But anyways, we're at our crock pot dinner with friends. And essentially every nice sunset conversation turns to what's going to happen when the apocalypse takes over? Where are we going to go? How long would it take it until you'd off yourself? Are we going to build a bunker? How would you live? And all of our talks are usually existential apocalypse hypotheticals.
Yeah, we have been exploring a lot of those recently. I mean, all of the billionaires have their secret bunkers, and it scares me a little bit that they're also prepared for this.
Listen, I know the billionaires have bunkers, but I have a couple questions. Number one, let's say right now. Well, it also depends on what they think of apocalypse. Is it nuclear? Is it AI gaining consciousness? But for example, if it's nuclear, they don't have time to get to their bunker.
I think it's gonna take a while should AI be the reason why humanity goes extinct. So we have time for that.
How much time do you think?
At least 10 years.
So then you should have kids really soon.
Well, no, because,
Actually,
If I had a partner who I actually trusted, I could probably be ready in like 2-3 years because I need to finish seeing a few things, finish the goals. But I'm just so jaded on love and don't believe that it's gonna happen or that I should trust anyone ever again. I'm really all for the apocalypse.
This is going really well. It's really great, guys, when we freeball things.
No. But I think things will at least be really interesting. And we meme about this all the time. But I would rather be alive now than at any other point in history, especially being woman. And even though I panic so much about turning 30, and then I talk to my guy friends about it, and they're like, yeah, I'm turning 32. Like, I guess I'd rather be in my 20s, but I guess I'm just more refined now. Whereas like every woman, especially if you're online, like you start getting comments and things like that. And it's very different. I'm like, damn. So like if you're a woman in the industry, you're just gonna have to work harder because you have this biological timeline. And in our generation of women that like I have the freedom to work on what I want and it's also socially acceptable. And what an incredible blessing that is. And oh my God, how much have the females in our lineage like sacrificed for all of us to be here. And I will not take that lightly and I will really appreciate it. And it's also part of the reason why I want to have kids because it feels like a responsibility that our ancestors did this for us. And I need to like pass it forward to the next generation.
I think coming from you, it's nice to hear an uplifting part on this. So
I've been doing a lot of gratitude.
Yeah, have you been practicing gratitude?
Yeah, I do. Like before I go to bed each night, I sort of list the things that I'm really grateful for. And it's
That's
obviously
good.
usually the people in our life. But even now, remember how we used to shit on LA?
Yeah.
I love LA now. I really do. Mm-hmm. The weather's amazing. We've made good friends who like we really connect with.
Yeah, friends have gotten better. LA's definitely gotten better. I just think we need to redecorate the house.
You're obsessed with redecorating.
I am. It's definitely something I've gotten from mom. I also think an ADHD thing is I attach a lot of experiences to environments. So when I am in something for too long, I start associating it with stuff. And for me to have new ideas, I need a change, which I think is like totally fine. And I've noticed, for example, like last week, I went to a beach town just to work for a few days. And I actually just felt like so relieved and so free and like I could process all these things. And I don't know why I associate it with being home. But sometimes I just feel trapped. And I think it's just because I spend so much time grinding at my setup, sometimes doing things that I didn't always love, sometimes doing things I do love. And yeah, me getting out of that just really helps me have a new mindset.
That's really good.
But back to the gratitude. We did a small meditation with a group of friends. It was really nice. It was the first time I met Alex's tech friends. They were really cool. And we sat on a hill and we listened to the nature and they took us through 10-minute guided meditation. And I will admit I've missed 1 or 2 mornings, but I actually have been doing a 10-minute morning meditation every day. Sometimes it would be really triggering because I would go outside and I would be ready to meditate and then we live in LA, so then you start hearing a fire alarm go off or a car alarm or someone starts blowing their lawn. And then I'd get later and be like, why do I live in LA? It's not peaceful. This is why I need to go run away to a field. But then I'd get over it. I'd go inside. I'd get myself a cushion and I'd sit and I'd do it again. And I think it does really help me on my day, just having those 10 minutes of silence. And I think you should give it a try too. I know it's cliche. And
everyone has been telling me to try meditation. And they
like,
will
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
keep telling
take you
me.
in the morning. I think if you have someone to do it with, that would help.
No, but dude, I'm already lifting every day now for the last 2 days. I'm gonna add in sauning with red light both. Next, and maybe I'll try to meditate during that.
I feel like meditation should come before the sauna, and I think the whole point of it is it being the first thing you do in your day. Because if you dedicate those 10 minutes before you do everything, like when you wake up, I feel so cluttered and there's so many things and all my to do. And then you try to meditate and then all those things come to the surface, everything you want to accomplish for the day. But when you're intentionally pushing it out, I feel like number one, it makes me more aware of being more conscious and intentional with my time in the day and just more aware of what's going through my mind. And I think doing it the first thing is really important. But I don't think that's going to motivate her enough.
This is my convinced face.
It doesn't look convinced.
It's
okay, I'll get you.
Convinced.
You know what? You came around to the gym. So meditation will be next.
Okay. We're making it seem like I never work out. I
I'm
go
not.
on walks every day.
I'm talking about weightlifting specifically.
Yes,
I
I
have
know.
asked you to lift weights with me, and we did when we had a trainer, but you would never come gym with me, and I was always dreaming about
Well,
a
that's the
sister
thing,
gym.
because I do need a trainer to help me at the start, because I just feel like I do everything wrong. I'm going to injure myself. The motivation is not going to be there.
Motivation definitely helps.
I was ready to get a trainer again because my last trainer moved and then I just stopped doing it.
I was just saying, though, that I could have been your trainer, and I think having a person who keeps you accountable is good motivation, and I could have done that for you.
Well,
but
that honestly, it's really helpful that we're working out together.
I agree.
Should we start a fitness YouTube channel now too,
not
since
too
we're like
late.
collecting all the YouTube channels?
We're just going to document this. We need to start documenting our protein gains. That's going to be the next hard part.
I've been taking creatine now, and I've randomly gained 4 to 5 pounds since I started taking it.
Are you sure it's the creatine? You're tracking it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, my weight was never what it is now until I started taking creatine, but I know
you've only
does
been
water
taking for like a
retention.
week, but maybe. Yeah, it's also supposed to be really good for brain fog and your mental long term. So overall, it should help.
I mean, it is one of the supplements that's been the most studied with long-term tests, which is why I'm taking it. We'll see if it helps. Damn, we're always starting new YouTube channels. I know we did a stream today and people were like, oh, are you like gonna open another one?
I think we've waited on this channel for so long. I think it's one thing to just start things, not do them properly and leave them. But we've put so much channel, and not even this podcast one, but like I have my DJ. I want to make another. I've been thinking about another channel for some really solo intimate vlogs for like a year.
You keep saying intimate.
Yeah. So for example, I already filmed a test vlog. For this one, I wanted it to be day in the life of a DJ influencer, because for the last years, I've made a DJ channel. People just see the videos that go viral. It's the same comments that we would get on our chest content. She only gets views because she's hot. She's been given everything. Nepo baby, Nepo sister. Like the stuff that people come up with is crazy. I'm like, my parents came from Romania with $500 in a suitcase. They did not want me to be a DJ, okay? And so I built up this DJ channel, and now I have almost, a career going in music, but people really don't see any of the narrative behind it. So I wanted to be able to capture, and it's not really something that's going to go on this podcast channel. And the first video is the morning that I did my first release on my label that I've been preparing for 6 months. And I was just crying because that morning I was so distressed over some things that I've been struggling and getting better with. And then it kind of turned into like a gratitude vlog, and I wanted it to be a day in the life, but a mix where I'm talking really openly about the things I feel in the moment. And my whole goal with that channel, which is hard because I wish, we could achieve this more in the podcast, but is filming right there in the moment when you have an idea or when you feel something.
I like that, like more raw.
Yeah. And I notice even for myself, I really enjoy indulging in podcasts, and that's how I feel like I learn a lot. And I also get better at content myself. But there's something like Madeline Argy. I always name her because I really like her vlogs. She used to do them in her car. Now she just does it. She's also very ADHD. But it just feels so comforting when I listen, and she's just like vlogging from her bed with no makeup or in her car. I think so much of the setting of it not feeling super rehearsed is for me comforting.
I mean, this isn't rehearsed, is it?
No.
Comforting?
But, we still have makeup on. We're still come here. We have lighting. We've planned to film it. And there's a lot of things I wish and I want to get better at capturing with you as well, which I did. For like now I just kind of vlog. Whenever I have something interesting, I want to just start filming it and maybe use it later. But the hard thing is capturing those moments as well for us. Like it's still a very different energy. You come to a studio, you have lighting, you talk, you're going to do a podcast. Rather than in the moment, you're emotional about something, you're feeling something. There's something that you've put in so much months and time and work into, and you want to talk about it.
Is there any repetitive thoughts you've been having lately, or any stuff that you keep thinking about?
Repetitive thoughts. Interesting. I need to think on this. Do you have any?
Time feels very expensive right now. That has been something that I've been feeling and hearing in the back of my mind all the time. And it's just true for me in particular at this stage in my life. It feels like I have to be really careful what I pick my time with and not to waste it. And also just like where we are right now at the intersection of humanity and AI.
But is this new? Because I would say we've been feeling this way for a long, long time.
I've been feeling it for a long time, but I was on a call with one of my friends, Ruben, and he said that, and it stuck in my head, and I've been hearing it since. The other one I've been hearing a lot is ignore the noise. And but when I say like hearing things, it's like things that I sort of say to myself to keep repeating it over and over to stick with me. Like don't focus on things that are not important. Like attention is such an important currency.
Wait, so attention is important or not important?
My attention is very important, but I shouldn't waste it on things that are either like putting bad ideas into my brain or like making me a worse person. I was in this video that Dina posted. We filmed it at Freestyle, and I was just so worried that I was way too negative during the video because it had been after like a really tough day. And I just decided to not read the comments because of this. I was like, I'm just not going to bother with it. Like, I can't control everything about me that goes on the internet. I'm not going to ask Dina not to post it because I don't want to waste her content. So I'm just going to ignore it.
Do you feel like you accurately represented yourself in that video?
No.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because I feel like a big, at least for me, strategy when it comes to reading comments is, if you're reading comments, is it on something, I don't want to say you're proud of, but something that you're proud of that you felt is accurate, which is the reason I stopped reading comments on our chess videos sometimes and things that go viral, because I guess I don't want to say chess videos, but some of the content that goes viral that's clipped out of context, I'm just like, there's no point to read the comments because I already know I wasn't really accurate representing myself. But on things like the podcast and things that I do put my heart and soul into, I do like reading comments. But maybe that's not good.
If you enjoy the good things, then the bad things will also hurt you, no? And the things that are actually accurately a reflection of you are going to be even more vulnerable.
But I wouldn't say I'm reading comments to get validation from, like, especially on the Brian podcast. Reading comments isn't necessarily enjoyable. That one was really controversial in some ways, but listen, we have range. We're going to have a lot of topics. They're going to be comedians. There's going to be a lot of other stuff going on, you know?
Relax, guys. We have comedy coming.
But the reason, like, sometimes it's hard, actually, and I think it's more just to get feedback, like when you're making art, which I guess technically is maybe not correct, and you're not supposed to dilute the art. But same when I read comments on my music, a lot of times it's constructive criticism. So I'm not really looking for compliments. I'm generally looking for what people want to see more of and what could have done better.
I think eventually I would love a summary of comments on videos so that I just don't read the toxic stuff and I actually just get constructive and use it for being better. But the other thing that's really interesting to me about the podcast is that we're building in public. It's not going to be perfect from day one, and everyone can sort of see all that we're doing. And starting something from scratch from new is kind of a scary feeling. And I remember the day before we posted the Brian podcast, I was just so anxious that night, like, oh, like what people won't like it or this and that, or like we're gonna get canceled, blah, 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 for like no reason, just obviously intrusive thoughts. But yeah, I've let go. I surrender. Like the only way to build is to keep iterating and to try a lot of times. And
I think in a year from today, you're going to look back at our first episode and you're going to see how much we've grown and how better we've gotten. And I think you're not also going to regret posting the first one because it's going to show where we started. Like this is something I feel with my channel. The first mix I posted, I look at it, I'm so embarrassed and I cannot watch it. Like it hurts my soul. Everything about it is bad. But it's nice that people see that we're grinders and it wasn't overnight and people can see hopefully an improvement in quality, which one day maybe we'll have a studio. For now, it's just going to be this little Seinfeld room.
Yeah, and that's fine. The Seinfeld room is good. I would like the lighting could be a little more.
Honestly, to everyone still listening, give us your honest takes on what you think about the backdrop. It's a really lovely, cozy studio. We really love the host. It is not ours, so it doesn't have Botez branding. But one reason why we have been so lucky and moving so quick on this pod is because we didn't say, okay, we need to invest a ton of money, figure out a set, build an office. Like literally we tried everything and we couldn't. And marketing and big companies always tell you so much to focus on that and we didn't. So I'm really glad we had this space. But Let us know at what point you think we should build our own space.
I just want to focus on trying to make the content better and better. And I'm not saying it's there yet, but
I agree, but I think space goes with that as well.
Yeah.
I think obviously if you have a really cozy space in your own house, but we have been using this one. But yeah, I just kind of saw them going hand in hand.
Is the studio not growing on you?
No, it is growing on me. It is. Also, if we look really blurry, it's because we're trying some camera filters because the lighting in here is so bad. So we might look like we're in a dream today. We're just trying to make it work. But you know what? Again, we're learning. That's why I'm telling you, in a year, I think we'll have a set, and I think we'll look back and we'll laugh. Or maybe this is the best set we'll ever get, and I'm gonna stop. I'm not shitting on it, so I don't want this to be taken the wrong way.
What do you think's gonna happen when your DJ career blows up and the podcast blows up? What are you gonna do?
First, that's really optimistic of you.
Look at me, an optimist. Wow.
I don't think anything I'm ever going to do is going to be traditional. So when I look at all the top DJs and I see the lifestyles they live, I see them touring 24/7, playing shows 24/7. I have a very different goal with music. My first goal is to be an artist and to be a producer. And I've been producing and learning Ableton for a year. And now I just want to create art and share music. And if I play shows, I'm going to do it really intentionally, and it'll be festivals that are festivals I've dreamed about playing. And unlike a regular DJ, I don't have to play venues all the time to make my living. So I think actually the two will go hand in hand really well. And I hope that everything that I learned from music, I can apply to the pod, same with the pod. And I think that they're both going to grow me in the direction I want, because realistically, I wouldn't want to dedicate my time to just one.
Until we have the fitness channel incoming. And then when we have kids, we'll have the family channel.
I think I'm generally over optimistic, but I just think we can do it all. I think we just get more and more efficient, and we make more time.
We make more time?
Well, we use our time more efficiently.
Thank you, Seneca. It is not that you have too little time, but that you do not use it wisely.
Yes. I think for example, this week, I was able to focus on the pod. I was able to focus on music. I was able to focus on making the other video. I think the more we do it, the more you can get better at practicing how to use your time. What do you think? Do you think the pod will be everything it takes? Do you still have other projects you want to continue and grow that will go parallel?
Well, I'm still working on the chess-inspired video game, and I'm really excited and nervous about it.
When is that? Do you have any date planned for when that will come out?
We're doing the next big play test in September, and then hopefully putting it public at the end of next year. At the start of next year. Sorry, start of next year.
Okay, so January 2026.
Let's say Q1 2026. Game development takes a lot of time, guys.
And you've gotten some feedback from people playing the game. Has anything made you feel like, wow, all of this time you've put in and all the work you've put in is paying off?
So I showed Magnus the game, and let me do an impression of his reaction.
But well, how much did he get into it?
Well, he checkmated himself on the first move.
It's kind of hilarious.
I was too nervous to take more time from freestyle showing my game, so I really only had like 3 or 4 minutes.
But whose fault is that he checkmated himself? And also, how did
that was fine. It's just I looked at the footage, and Magnus kind of looked like he wanted to kill me in every single frame, or the game, or everyone around him. And I know it might just be his usual face, to the point where I couldn't even get 1 second of him looking good. I had to go into the game of him playing the robot, take a smile from there, put it over the gameplay to just have 1 second of Magnus smiling.
For the record, Magnus is always kind of grumpy when he comes on our videos, which I don't blame him. We probably are, in his opinion,
I've been trying to edit around the awkwardness of the first video I filmed, because it is sometimes intimidating to film with him, and like if he's in a bad mood, you can tell. And the robot was moving really slowly, and I could tell he wasn't impressed with it right away, and I was getting so nervous. And I would try talking to the robot, and every now and then, like, I would talk to the robot, try to say something funny, and Magnus wouldn't even react. And so I just kind of edited around it. But yeah, freestyle was stressful this time around.
I know. And sometimes you have to experience I don't want to say the failures, but the harder times. So now you know for the future.
Are we going to go to another freestyle?
Well, not freestyle in general, but I mean, I guess you could apply it to that. I think just in general, when it comes to when you're doing demos.
Although, honestly, all of the freestyle events were really fun this year because we
They
get to see
were.
our friends, and I've really enjoyed it. I really hope that they're gonna make it and be around for a long time because they do actually bring the chess community together, unlike other people. And for those of you who don't know who freestyle is, oh my god, what if we won at some point? We'll have viewers who don't even know we play chess who listen.
That's really interesting, actually.
I would love you if that's the case.
I wonder how many of these people don't even know maybe Magnus Carlsen or don't even know that we play chess. You know, I've had the most meaningful thing to me was I went to the LA Chess Club, which is like a socialite. I don't know if socialite is the right word, but okay, that's not the right word. It's a social gathering. It's very popular in LA, and they have drinks, they play chess, and I ran into some music fans, and they were like, I got into chess because of you as a DJ, and I discovered your music, and then started following your content, and then started playing chess. And I do think that will happen with this pod, and I wonder how many people will come to this channel and have no idea about all the other chess stuff we do, and that's really cool.
We're not quitting chess, to be clear.
To be clear, this morning, I destroyed Alex. I won 3 games in a row. I gained maybe 60 elo. I've never felt better, and in fact, I felt so good after this morning that I might even do some tactics and keep going.
That's why.
You did not let me in. You were so upset at the
Yeah, for sure.
There's one thing I know about you. You will never let anyone win. Like, you can try all you want, but we know the truth.
That's true. I'm going to have a kid. The kid's going to be crying. He'll be like, Mommy, why am I so bad? And I'm still not going to let that kid win.
Good. Well, that's why it means more when you actually win.
Yeah.
And I know maybe you weren't on your sharpest gameplay this morning.
I was really not feeling it today, but you know what?
But that's not going to take away from my moment. Is there any time you'd think you would, I guess maybe we'll stream casually, but you'd play chess again for fun? Do you ever see us doing, maybe I guess just casual chess streams is the most of it because we're not going to compete in chess again.
I actually like playing some classical tournaments like
too.
Reykjavik.
I still would like, even once this pod grows, to occasionally play chess tournaments when there's cool stuff and make a cool story about it.
But also just so many of our close friends are from chess. And
I know.
I miss them and I like hanging out with them.
I miss them too. I think about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think like Seneca says, once we just get more efficient with our time, hopefully this can be our main thing. And then chess will be the side bitch and we'll go play tournaments once in a while.
Chess be the side hoe. Well, and then once it is the side hoe, you start liking it a little more, you know?
I like this morning, I was like, damn, I was like, from one of my vlogs. Like, it's kind of cool when you distance yourself so much from it because then you're like, oh, I have this really cool skill and I can still do it and make it fun occasionally. It's just about finding the right way to make it fun.
And again, I think it was just that only doing content about chess is really limiting.
Which I think any passion hobby that you have and you only do it is going to become burnout. So it's very common. And yeah, I definitely think we'd probably appreciate chess content more.
Oh, I had an idea.
Uh-huh.
Let's do a video that we only put out if we die. So like I had been wanting to record this. No, Andrea.
I don't like that because
no,
both of us die or one of us?
Like if an accident happens, we want this to be there.
For both of us or one of us?
So like do you want me to start?
Sure.
Hi, Mom.
No, what are you...
Who do you think is going to watch this video?
Okay, go ahead. Sure.
If you're watching this...
There's no way you're serious right now.
That I'm dead.
Dude, don't even say that. Knock on wood. Stop this right now. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this. Mom would have a heart attack. Stop this. Stop this. No, this is not even funny. No. This is not funny. This is not...
Can I start again?
Sure.
Okay. If you're watching this, it means I'm dead. And you're not, because you're watching this video. But don't worry, I've merely escaped. If it's possible that I can be a ghost and I love you, I'll be there. I'll be haunting you. I'll hang on. Don't be worried about me. Be worried about yourself because you're going to be the one who has to live without me. Mom, Dad, Andrea, all of my dear friends, I love you guys so much. I'll always be watching. I think there's something after. So I didn't really die. I just moved on into something new. Please don't be too sad. The only thing I would want for you if I'm still alive is that you're living your best life. I really promise you, I'm okay. I can't feel pain anymore. All right. Love you. Bye.
That did not make me feel any better. I would not want to see that. And I do not like that. I still don't like that.
That would make you feel better?
No.
Well, what would make you feel better? Okay, how
Nothing.
do you...
This is not happening. I don't like this. No, I cannot. I can't. I can't.
You don't... No, okay. Well,
Sure.
that was... I'm sorry. Just like
Trying to think
out
of
ideas there.
Do you know what famous people have had any videos like that where they actually passed and there's a video of them talking before? Have you ever seen one?
I don't think I have.
Well, now you're the first.
Well, now I'm the first.
Yeah, I think there's a reason no one does this, to be honest.
Well, I don't think I'm the first, but I would...
I just think that if this was true, you'd probably want to say so much more. And it's, yeah. But anyways.
Other than, what's up? If you're watching this, I'm
that
dead.
Sounded like it's like a Patreon call out. Which, speaking of, Alex and I did start our Patreon, and similar talks to this will be a lot more on the Patreon, where we talk about personal life stuff, and there's a lot of community engagement. There's a Discord server. We answer questions. We'll give you sneak peeks to guests, and you get private episodes. So do subscribe to the Patreon.
Let me try again.
No. This is why we need to plan things. Is there anything else we could do? I wish we could just play chess. I'm like such in a mood to play chess after this morning.
Yeah, you tasted a little bit of a win and you're fiending.
Like I'm going to go home and I'm going to just train. Like I was thinking about it. I think I'm just going to do puzzles and study my openings off stream. And I'm just going to get to 2100 and then I'm just going to film that and just no one's going to know.
This chess motivation will last like a week.
Yeah, I wish I had somewhere to like take it out. Like if Anna Kremling was here, I would show up at her house and challenge her. But I need some long-term goal if I get into this, so it's not gonna last.
Well, Anna is thinking about having a tournament in Sweden at the end of this year.
We have too much going on, and honestly, would it be a 1v1 or a group tournament?
You know, I am not craving playing chess.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think it'd be really cool to just get really good out of the blue, but yeah, you're right.
No, it would be, but at what cost?
No, I agree.
Andrea, we need to get swole.
No, I agree. I think that's right now. I think we need to focus on getting swole.
That would be so cool. Like, how, if I keep working out for a month, do you think I'll see results?
I just, like, again, I think you have such a perfect body. I cannot imagine you super jacked.
Okay, dude.
No, genuinely. But I think you could get toned. But you're also just quite skinny right now. So it's hard for me to imagine, like, you're super buff, like me. Like, my arms are kind of getting toned.
Your arms are toned, actually.
Oh,
Wow.
almost too much, but I was flexing really hard.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Thought a vein was gonna pop on your forehead.
Yeah. Anyways.
You don't think I could get swole?
I just can't.
Stop saying you can't. I'm asking you if I can.
I'm sure you can.
Okay.
I believe you can.
Would you be intimidated if I got really big?
I feel like, what is it? Is it like handsome Squidward? But maybe we take like a really cute animal, like the squirrel from SpongeBob, Sandy, before she gets angry, and then we put a jacked body. I just don't see it getting intimidating. I feel like maybe you'll lean out and you'll have some definition, but I don't think you're gonna have crazy muscle. Because I feel like that's bodybuilding. There's a difference. Like,
but aren't we bodybuilding?
No, we're getting like, as someone who's done a lot of weightlifting, it's like you're gonna get some lean. Maybe you'll like, your abs will kind of show in a certain light and you'll feel cool and you'll have like some back muscle, but we're not gonna be like I'm trying to think of a good example. Is Sarah Safari a good example? We should totally have her on for this conversation. But I guess her body type isn't necessarily bodybuilder. Like she can flex and show muscle, but to me, bodybuilders like the muscles are going to change your proportions. I just think you're going to be more lean, or not more lean, but more toned. But I don't think your like muscles are going.
The dream is dead.
No, I no, but I think this is good. Like for me personally, I don't want to get big muscles. I just want to be toned. But if you want to get I don't know, tell me one female body type that's like kind of jacked that you would want to get to. Pamela Anderson?
No, she's been on my TikTok feed.
Because I'm really curious what your aspirations are.
Wait, let me find her.
I actually think Yeah, sharing also your motivation and your goals would be good to know. Like, I just want to be lean and healthy.
No, I'm not going to share that because that's like a 900 saying they want to be Magnus Carlsen.
No, can I see?
No.
Please.
No, I'm not going to say
Show me.
it. No.
Why? No, I want to see. I'm curious.
Okay.
Just show me. I'm genuinely
Fine, I'm
curious.
not showing you guys.
Let me see.
Like she's pretty jacked.
Dude, she's flexing.
Okay,
this is
play the
lean.
video.
This is not
Play the
jacked.
video.
Okay, but the abs, like, she's flexing and she's in lighting. Like, this is being lean, not being jacked. Like,
That's what I would count jacked as a girl.
This to me is lean.
So
jacked is like putting on muscle.
Do you think I could get there?
Yeah, like you can definitely have abs. Yeah. This is totally doable. Yeah. This is where I was setting my goals. I was assuming you're trying to like put on bigger muscle.
No, I would be happy with this.
Yeah, like, so you literally just want a
this
toned
level out of abs
ab.
is pretty hard.
Yeah, but she's again flexing and lighting. I don't like. I'm sure she's pretty fit, and I'm sure naturally, but not that extreme. I think so much of it is as someone who does that myself. Like I can have lighting.
One thing I
and
am
abs.
really worried about now that we're working out is I don't want to mess up like hip to waist ratio because that's the only thing I got going on.
No, I don't think that's going to change. I don't think your hips are getting smaller and your waist
Are you
is
sure that your hips don't get smaller?
Yeah, no, I think again the hips you have are 100% genetics. Like that's not going anywhere. I think you're going to get lean and get toned like she did. So in certain lighting you can flex your abs.
You think I'll have abs I can flex?
Yeah, it'll take some time.
How long do you think?
Well, I'm not sure why you're consoling me, but I mean realistically, like for me, if I'm doing abs consistently, I can see like at least like some cool muscle in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Like as in like, but it's kind of, again, it's lighting and it's angles. But we'd also have to do more abs than we're doing right now, I think.
Really?
But we're going to build up to it. Yes. Right now, I don't think we're doing enough abs, but it's a really good start. It's a really good start. And if you were to do it every day, 5 days a week, 100%.
I will do 5 days a week.
Okay.
I'll do 7 days a week if I have to. But I think that's not good.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
That's the problem. I start getting overboard.
But I mean, if that's your goal, I think that's really reasonable. I just think realistic. Like, for example, when I would do a lot of Pilates and I would sweat a lot of water, like some of it is literally just water weight. Also, that type of ab muscle, I just think, I just think it's pretty attainable. It's just not.
What about booty shaping? How long does that take?
Again, asking the wrong. That's what I'm saying. I don't think your booty shape is going to change because you're not putting on insane muscle or mass. I think what you have will get more lean, so you have more definition of your arms.
Wait, so you're telling me I'm going to work out and my booty's going to get smaller?
No. Not maybe it'll be more toned and like maybe a little bit, but like sizing, I don't think is going to change unless you're like actually. And again,
but
I don't know.
But I'm trying to eat
you don't
100
need a bigger
grams
booty.
of protein. No, but I want it to like, I want upper booty. You know, like when you sculpt?
Yeah, but I feel like that's, as someone, again,
it's greedy.
Maybe I don't even know where, I don't think you need a bigger booty. I think yours is perfect.
No, I don't think I need a bigger, but I just want to sculpt. I remember when I was 13, one of Dad's friends was like,
no,
your butt is so big, it looks like one of the people who is fat has it. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
And then he also said that my thighs look like tree trunks and I have to take care of it.
What type of asshole was this?
No. He like meant it from the bottom of his heart. He was really, no, dude, I got so many body dysmorphia issues from when I was young. It was so bad.
No, that's really
never wear
fucked
shorts.
up.
Like all these things was like
no,
traumatizing.
I know. No, that when I hear stories, that's really fucked up. And I can definitely see how that had a mark on you for a long time.
I still won't wear shorts. Can't do it.
You should feel confident wearing shorts if you wanted. You definitely should. If I can feel confident wearing shorts, you can feel confident. Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're listening, I don't want it to be super negative. Can we talk about any like body positivity, body love? Have you gotten better at any of that?
Maybe this isn't the realm of positivity we explore. Does it have to be body love? I don't really got much of that right now, but for you.
Crazy. What about self-love in general?
Yeah, You know what? I wrote down these affirmations. Well, this is going to be kind of cringe. There's this female YouTuber, Sarah Baba. She's really cool. She started this new series called Can I Come In? And she takes on really legendary women to share their stories who have been like internet famous and stuff for different reasons. People don't really get to know them. And I wrote down one of her guest affirmations because I wanted to actually say them to myself. And this might sound kind of silly, but I do think that if you say this in the right mindset and you believe it, so this will be our body positivity, because currently I don't really have that much internally. So let's try this instead. I am committed to taking care of myself. I embrace my body and embrace rest. And she also shared that she wants to give herself one lazy day of the week for herself, which I actually really liked that. And although my lazy days usually end up into work, one of my goals recently has been to actually give myself a day where I feel free to play and to listen to music and to find inspiration and to journal. And I have been doing that, and it's made me feel much better. So that is my positive token for the week. Your turn, sister.
Let me see what I have in my notes.
I built up my little shrine. I have a little fireplace that doesn't actually have fire. And I put a little cushion and a little lamp. And I've been writing in my journal things that I think have been getting better. And I've been writing down more creative ideas. And that has been my one lazy day to myself.
I just found one note that said, question for podcast. You found out your significant other spent 30 days in prison. Turn off or turn on?
Why have I heard this question before from you? And why are you actually meditating on this question? I think it depends why they went to prison. Maybe they were...
Let's say it was something that like you don't think they did wrong. Is it a turn on?
I don't think it would add to my attraction, but I think if it's someone I'm really interested in, it wouldn't deter me from them. But I don't think prison would be a turn on.
Would it be a turn off?
If it was for something that I felt was justified, no. But if it wasn't, yeah. What about you, sister?
Yeah, could go either way.
So is that your positive note? Can you share something
my positive note is if you end up going to prison for 30 days on something that I don't think you did wrong, I might actually be more turned on.
And that concludes the sister episode.
No, I'm kidding. Okay. Body love? No, self-love.
Yes, self-love.
If you love yourself, that's amazing because a lot of people struggle with it. And if you're struggling with it ever, so do we. And you're not alone. And there's something beautiful in that.
This is not a very good.
If you're watching this, it means I'm dead.
Stop. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, the chat continues on our Patreon. Link in the description below. We talk more about personal sibling stuff, and the conversation goes on. It's also a really special community. We have 3 episodes a month and community dumps and a Discord and a lot more. So join in the link in the description. Thanks, guys, for watching.